A young lady shared a story of how she was used, dumped by his boyfriend after the guy promised in marriage. She helped the guy raising a business, and after he finally made it, he dumped him for another one. And she took a revenge, and her revenge will blow your mind. Welcome to the Comb Show. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Now let's get to the story. Here is briefly the story. According to the lady, she met the guy right after high school, so she was in her teen. So when she met the guy promised him, I would love to marry you. I want to get married young, but first, before we do that, I would love us to make some money, be financially stable a little bit, and we can get married. So they started by doing business. So the guy put some money and they started mobile money business. For those of you that are not Ghanaians, it's just like Nigerians, they'll call it maybe the money transfer or POS, something of that sort. Sending transfer of money, the network works in Ghana, do it, you get paid on it. Yeah, that's basically. And it's actually, there's good money that comes from it. Those of you that don't know it, there's good money that comes from mobile money. Not only they get money by being paid by the network companies, the next thing is, they also charge their small charges that we pay when we go to do the mobile money thing with the vendors. And now that they're e-levy and all of that, they make good money from it. The money is actually not bad. It's good. When you are in a very prominent location that is very busy and you get a lot of customers, you can live off it largely, even more than people that wear suit and tie. That doesn't really pay. Those of you that are in it, you understand what. Let's go back to the story. So they were both committed to the mobile money. Their business started flourishing. They opened different branches. At the point in time, the guy decided to go to school and do his degree. So he went to school, and in the level 200, the lady, according to the lady, she was getting to 25, getting closer to her late 30s. So she told the man, I think it's time for us to get married. We made enough. I think we can get married. The guy was like, no, you can wait for a while. When I finish school, we'll get it done. He finished school and still didn't get it done. He was still just working with the business. And mind you, the lady has been the one managing the business. She works at one of the branches and manages the business and give the money right back to him. According to her, she doesn't spend lavishly. She doesn't spend the money on anything. All she does is make the money and give it to the guy. And then she also doesn't get paid. She didn't have a bank account. So all the money they were making was going to the guy. And after a while, the guy graduated, got his life together, and then bought himself a car, living in a good house. Now living lavishly. According to her, they made almost 8,000 from the business every month. But at the point in time, she didn't know where the money was going to. The guy was just being skirmish over the whole thing. And then one day, the worst happened. She said she got a call from the guy to tell her not to come to work today. She got a call from the guy one day that he's bringing someone for her to train. So she brought the lady and then she trained the lady. And after training the lady, she got another call one of the days and the guy asked him not to come to work today, that he should take a time and rest. She didn't understand. She wanted to still come because that's what she's been doing here for a while now, for over 10 years. According to her, she is now getting into her 30s. And then the guy was like, I just wanted you to rest. And then she rested on that day. And after a while, the guy said, don't step back into the shop again. She didn't understand. She had been trying to look for the guy, talk to the guy, but to no avail. And then one day, she got to the shop and found someone else at the shop. The lady she trained called someone else madam. And when she asked about the madam in question, she was told that is the boyfriend's fiancé. So she reached out to the boyfriend, and the boyfriend confirmed that's the fiancé. That he found out or discovered along the way that the both of them won't have a successful marriage. They can't be married together. So that is how she decided to play. First, she used over 10 years of the lady's life. This lady works for you. You pocketed all the money. And when you found out you are not compatible as partners in marriage, you are compatible as business partners, I believe the lady should get paid for it. So according to the lady, she got brokenhearted. She didn't know what to do. She couldn't eat for days, spend days at the beach, couldn't eat. And finally, when she got home, she decided to take her revenge. So this is what she did. She called the guy one day. I took like 25,000 from the business when I was leaving. So I would love you to come over and collect the money. At first, the guy was like, oh, you should keep it. But the money keeps calling him. Then it's like, okay, no, I'll just come and pick it. I'll pick the 15,000, then you can keep the 10,000. So when he came to the lady poisoned his drink, and while driving back home, he got an accident and died. So that's basically the story. This is like an acrimony kind of story, isn't it? Those of you that watch acrimony, that's the story in which you can't really blame both both sides. But on no condition should you kill someone for whatever reason they do to you. There are laws against that in the country, actually. This lady can be prosecuted and be jailed for this. That's one thing. But I'm not really going to talk to the ladies, but there's one thing we have to learn. We need to know. In life, whatever it is, taking advantage of people, humans are not meant to be taken advantage of. Whatever it is, if you find out marriage is not going to work with somebody, try as much as possible to end it in a good note. To me, if the guy found out they couldn't be compatible in marriage, which can happen sometimes, the only thing you could have done is to settle the lady for the time she spent working for you, all of that. But you didn't even settle her and then none of that. So you just took advantage of her, used her. That's the lady's part of the story. But from the information we have up till now, she didn't get paid for whatever she did for you. So if not for appreciating her, at least you can at least appreciate her for all the effort she put into the business and making it grow. If maybe she was not being a brain around the business, at least she was part of the business to some extent. She worked and needs to get paid. If she couldn't get the marriage, at least she should get food to eat. She should get paid for the sweat. She should get paid for the time she spent, even if it's sitting in the shop and doing the transaction. So here's the story. What do you guys think? What do you think is the best way out? Get into the comment section and let us know what you. This is the Comb Show. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment. I'll see you on the next one. Have a love. Thank you.